VA Secretary Doug Collins visits Asheville's Charles George Medical Center.
During his visit, he addressed controversies that continue to swirl around planned cuts of tens of thousands of VA workers nationwide.
News 13's Kimberly King was there during the secretary's visit. Kim, he confirmed 14 employees have already been let go in Asheville.
Holly and Tammy, he did, but he said none were directly impacting any kind of health care for veterans. He said his focus is on bureaucratic cuts and will not impact the health care and benefits that veterans get.
Proactively developed and applied.
Veterans Affairs Secretary Doug Collins met Asheville VA staff to honor several for outstanding work. The VA rated as one of the best in the nation.
The heart of why I'm out here doing what I do is that I believe that the veteran has to be put first, just like they are here in Asheville.
Collins said he wants to improve efficiency and plans to reduce bureaucratic staff. We asked this. Will there be doctors cut? Will there be nurses cut? Will there be people that have to set appointments for veterans cut? What can you say about Asheville that you're looking at right now for cuts?
I think for overall, I think here's what we're actually looking at. When you take into account what we have in our system, what we're looking at is making it more efficient for the veteran and making sure that we're doing the things that we need to be doing.
Collins confirmed 2,400 probationary workers got fired nationally.
About 14 here at Asheville. There's nothing troubles me more than letting people go.
The secretary echoed statements of the national spokesman that jobs were non-mission critical, like interior designers. A communications liaison confirmed some locally were supply techs, and the secretary pushed back on reports of who could be let go.
Quit scaring my veteran. Quit scaring my employees. You know where we're going to be looking? At the bureaucracy layer that goes from my doctor to the central office in Washington, D.C.
Collins also touched on conversations around potential early retirement.
As you look forward to a bigger rift, many of you have heard about this, we're going to start looking with our career employees. We've already started talking about that here. How do we know the areas that we need to look at to make sure that anything we do in a reduction in force goes toward not only making us more efficient, but also helping us out in making sure that patient care and benefits.
We requested a list of the specific jobs that were eliminated of the 14 here at the local VA. We have yet to hear back from the regional North Carolina communications person with the Veterans Administration on that, including specific requests for information on the alleged firing of an interior designer that was also cited in a national release on the overall firings nationwide. Reporting live from Asheville, Kimberly King, News 13.
And we are looking at some of the staffing numbers the VA provides in an annual report. In 2017, they had a net gain of more than 7,200 jobs with a total of more than 365,000 employees. 2022 is the last report that was released. In that year, the VA had a net gain of more than 17,000 new employees with a total staffing above 421,000. For the years in between, 2020 had the highest net gain of more than 20,000 employees.
Outside the Asheville VA hospital, protesters made it clear they are still very worried about potential staffing cuts. More than 40 protesters held up signs and slogans critical of potential DOGE cuts and the Trump administration's call for VA staff reductions. They stood on both sides of the VA's entrance, calling for protection for veterans, many waving the American flag.
We understood that Mr. Collins was going to be here, so we wanted to show him how we feel about the VA, obviously, based on what the Trump administration is now doing to degrade the entire VA system.
Protesters also held a large banner critical of Congressman Chuck Edwards, who recently faced boos at a town hall. We would like you to take part in our poll. Grab your phone and shoot that QR code you see on your screen. It will take you to the question of the day. Do you think VA job cuts will affect veteran services in Western North Carolina? You see, right now we are at 70% saying yes, 30% saying no. You can also take part in the poll at WLOS.com.